hustler, 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 hustler.
I was sewing, hustling, working for the Mardi Gras Carnival in New Orleans. I'm outside. Everybody talking about, boy, you're so cold. It's only one Super Sunday, it ain't the Super Bowl.
We outside.
Flag boy kids, boy, he don't miss. Mardi Gras got a tomahawk like Root Chris. Super Sunday coming up the street like a piece of art. I told the kids I got their number like they more apart. I said they U-Haul engines, and I'm an old school engine walking across the city. I be sewing, hustling, working, making showstoppers. I was a little baby under the bridge, first time I seen P-Poppers.
You already know we in the building. Welcome to Know the Bros, home of the bros. And y'all already know we outside. Give it up for my bros one time for the vegan assassin. One time for Insider. Give it up for our guy, yo bro. One time for Fofo in the bag. Give it up for Crookums. Oh, bro, yo, bro. Give it up for none other than Bro. Y'all already know what it is. We in the building and we definitely outside. I know it's the Buccaneers versus the Saints recap show. Not the one that we really wanted, but no matter what, we in the building, man. So shout out to the bros, all y'all. How y'all feeling, man? After a tough loss, man, to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Feeling all right. It's game 2.
Beginning of the season.
That's what you gotta say when you lose like that. It's game 2.
Yeah, man. It's all good. Shout out to Norm in the building. What's up with you? OGJP. What's up, baby? Shout out to the Nova Bros. Ghost 187. My guy. Who that? Who that to you, my G? Shout out to T Mama. Who that to you? You already know what it is. T Mama said Buckle suck them suck young fans at B, telling them it's not a rival with Saints. Y'all talking about Crush Buckle pulled it up in black and white, and it was still say they be hating that, man. Shout out to Buckles, man. Bro, always respect to him. He always coming with that truth and the fact, no matter what team it is. So shout out to him. You already know T Mama. Trav 504. What's up, baby?
Even though it's not a rival, the last one felt like a rival game. Like how it was played. And then the fight, you know everything. It just was
I think it felt like a divisional game, man.
Yeah, a good old fashioned division game. We played.
DeWine, what's up with you? Who that?
The back-to-back defensive games like that.
Yeah, I think it just for the first game our offense sucked. In this game, anyways. It's popping 504. Poppy 504. What's up, baby? Who that? Dana. Shout out to Dana in the building. Southside, I see you. And we definitely need to huddle right quick before Sunday and recap. Shout out to my dog. Cobra Kai, what's up, baby?
Salute, Storm and Norm.
You already know. What's up, baby? Shout out to Norm in the building. Y'all know what it is, man. OG, I see it. They stone cold crazy. What up, Bruce Saint? Shout out to Bruce Saint in the building. I see you, baby. What's up with you?
And Brandon, what's
understand.
Up, baby?
Who that?
That's the Buccaneers.
We like that.
First time beating us in 7 tries in the regular season. Fans gonna try to,
they cutting up.
They're gonna overdo it.
They first of all on Monday they did the somehow rolling into Monday. They had the Leonard Fournette running over Tyron. They had that on Monday. Yeah. And then today they got a new theme, Takeaway Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Got James Spicks up there. So they cutting up. You know what I'm saying? So y'all want it, whatever. Man, y'all, I'm not planning on being funny. Bucks fans are starting to scare me. It's like obsessed. Yeah, it is. Real talk. Shout out to Kim. I know you was in the dome holding.
Kim said it's scary.
It is scary. Like, they came, and I didn't realize how scary. Like they are obsessed. Like they really like hate us. They like it's crazy, man.
Bro, they hate Marshawn.
You know what I hope? I hope the next one for the division. That's what I hope. I hope the next one for the division.
Well, let's
it decides it. You know
shout out to King Wizard. What's up, King Wizard, baby? I see you,
shout out to Mitch. Let's size it up a little bit, right?
Yeah. I like not to get into. I like what brother said. Devin White saved the season for us. Not saying the season was lost, but putting it all over, put it all out there for Jameis. Pressure makes diamonds.
I
Facts.
feel that. I feel
Facts.
that.
Facts, brother. Like, yeah, that was pretty disrespectful.
I
You heard
feel
me?
that.
We all know what's make this team.
Shout out to Pammy Whammy. What's up, Pammy Whammy?
Diamonds also make you greedy too.
Hey, shout out to not to get into that. I got a little more respect for old Godwin.
Hey.
You know what
What
I'm saying?
Godwin said.
Godwin on some serious shit. Like, what you say that for?
Leonard was on the FaceTime IG, and he was just eating a W. So Leonard was eating a W, you know, being funny. And Chris Godwin was behind and asked Devin White. He was like, "Hey, bro, why you saying that about James? Why you saying that about James? What I say?" And Chris Godwin about to say so. And Leonard looked, don't say nothing too crazy.
What you
brother.
call it? Yeah. Okay.
Brother, Chris Godwin looked like he didn't have a haircut in 2 months. That boy was ready to smack something. You know what I'm saying?
And you know him.
That's how he got his dog. James got the cave.
Yeah.
Mike
got
too.
all that.
Mike and James dogs too.
String,
Mike,
y'all.
Don't talk about it.
Nah, go ahead. Nah, I was looking at. Do y'all know what the rival mean? I love it. Shout out to man. Shout out to Bucko, man. He was at the game, man. That brother was at the game. I got respect. I ain't tripping.
He had us winning too.
Yeah. So man, we all had it. So we get into it, man. First off, we're gonna start on the defensive side of things, man. What did you guys like from the defense aspect of the game, and what our defense had brought Sunday?
I mean, starting out, defense did what I expected them to do. They were aggressive throughout the game. We did what we typically do to the Bucs. Speaking on Marshawn Lattimore, just completely taking Evans out the game. Leonard Fournette, 160, I think he made a bet with his people for. Like, I don't even think he has.
That was out the first play of the game, man. Stop that shit.
Right. It was
Shut that shit down quick.
We did what we did against them on a run. Like I said, Marshawn Lattimore and Mike Evans completely took him out the game. You know what I'm saying? Defense did their thing. Pete Warner stood out again for a second week in a row.
Yeah, facts.
Pete Warner really showing us, like,
yeah, he that guy.
Yeah,
he that guy. We're going. You brought it up. We'll stop right there, and you'll keep going after that. Pete Warner, y'all. How we feel about Pete Warner, him cutting up like that, because he really shake when he goes psycho. Pete shaking his head and doing that. Oh man, I love Pete Warner, and he's showing us Quan who
he faster.
Right.
He looks faster too.
He do look
but
you definitely look faster. More
go ahead.
I wasn't too much concerned. If y'all kind of remember, I wanted to get the ball a swing. I can't get a swing.
Get a ball a swing.
I Pete showed flashes last year, and his biggest thing was just staying healthy and getting right. He looked healthy and he looked sharp.
Yeah,
he looked sharp as hell, and it's a delight to watch.
Yeah, facts.
He looked like a smart, fast, physical player.
Yeah.
From the first play of the game, he came out the physicality, got in the backfield, set the tone off the rip. Then he had some good coverage plays. Like, that's surprising. Like, how fast he recognized the play and got out there on coverage and made plays in coverage. That's the second time making the play in coverage. The last game, the dude caught the ball on him, but he punched it out and made a fumble. You caught it.
It never happened.
Facts.
Edie is playing really.
And that was a slot receiver. He
gunned him down.
Facts. And that's the speed we talking about. He looked
fast. He got great pursuit
to get beat on that play on a receiver, and then he was in stride, got thrown in stride, and still recover, like have the confidence to swing at that ball.
Closing speed. That's that closing speed of great players. Great players have closing speed like that.
Yeah,
we noticed that. But defense looking nice, man. Defense looked real good last game, man. Props to shout out to the defense. They held it down. Honestly, they held it down for a long time.
It was still 3 points in the fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter,
it was still 3 points in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
I liked a couple of things. Pete Warner.
Yeah.
I like how Crook said, and once again took him clean out the game. We wasn't.
Who you talking about? Say it again. You was off. So again, who you speaking of?
Marshawn Lattimore. how he took Mike Evans out the game once again.
Facts.
Every time he knows his assignment and he eliminates him. Like seeing that. Let's see. And I like how stout he was. Till pointed out during the stream that we wasn't getting off the field on third down. But see, when our back was against the wall, we was very stout and bend don't break defense. We great for 4 down stop. We showed toughness.
What's
you know
up,
what
JT?
I'm saying? And we prevented a lot of points.
Brady had the fumble.
You know what I'm saying? So
facts.
Had him on his heels. Had him throwing pads and shit. So
frustrated
early.
We had Brady where we wanted Brady. We had him.
And they say that's one of the top offenses, top team in the league, and we held them to 3 points through 3 quarters, 4 quarters,
3.5. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey man, that's playoff defense if you ask me.
Yeah, no, championship defense.
They ready. They on deck.
Yeah, 100%. Go ahead, Al.
They definitely shook back from last week as far as the rushing shit. Last week we was getting ran all over.
We knew that though, Al. We
because of the read option. We know.
Yeah, we knew that.
We knew coming to the game, this could be like a Jalen Hurts situation. We said
facts
like an Eagle situation, and it was. But we came back. But this week they tightened everything up.
Yeah,
everything up, minus some small coverages early in the game. They tightened that shit up by the middle of the game. Brady was like Bruce said, Brady was throwing tablets, cussing at referees, walking all the way down the field, yelling at his teammates, yelling at his receivers, cussing everybody out. He was probably cussing Bruce Arians out. Bruce didn't have nothing to do with it. So we had him right where we wanted.
Yeah. Nah, I agree, man. Defense played hella great, man. 3 points in the fourth quarter against that offense, man. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. Besides some BS calls, it still would have been 3-0 to this day. To this day, it'll be 3 points if it wasn't some bullshit calls. A lot of things, and we'll get on that, but a lot of bullshit calls that kept the drive, extending the drive on third downs. You know what I'm saying? So, but for the most part, man, defense did their job and did it well. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pete Warner. We was talking about. I love his leap from last year to this year. We saw it. Just him being more physical and staying healthy was our biggest concern on Pete. What you about to say, Al?
I just was about to say, and you brought up them penalties. Man, that 4th and 1 when we had 12 men on the field.
See, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that for the defense I didn't like.
What you didn't like,
but that's right, 100%. That's 100% fact. That hurt it. And that was on us. Like we couldn't get mad at nobody. That was on us. So that's for the most part. Go ahead.
That was the only time we would have had the good field position because we were struggling for field. I don't know if y'all remember. We were struggling for field position the whole game because Tampa Bay kind of moved the ball a little bit, and then we'll stop them around 40-yard line, midfield area, and then they punt, and then we backed up. But that was the first time we would have flipped that field, and then we probably would have had the good drive after that. You know what I'm saying? We just was backed up a little bit more. But yeah, we about to get into that though.
Shout out to Vic Boy, man. I see you, baby. Appreciate you in the building, man. But so that was crazy. But Pete Warner, I love the leap that he had from last year to this year. Like I said, just him being more physical, at the point of attack. And that was just him just, gaining his weight, gaining his muscles and understanding real NFL strength and just being healthy. So hopefully, man, Avery been talking about it. Chris been talking about it since he played this first week. Is the fact that he missed damn near the whole camp and everything else, and just came out so sharp. And to be honest with you, if I'm gonna be honest with you, the best linebacker so far this year for the Saints has been Pete Warner. Even over Demario Davis.
Facts.
Demario that haven't had his best games, but he hasn't been trash at all. But Pete Warner has really just been stood out and flashed across the screen and made some good stops. So shout out to that linebacker core because that's a lot to do with Pete, but you also got to give it to Demario. That's why you have people that you groom, have leaders like this at the position. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Demario, shout out to Pete, man. Very excited. We was worried about the depth of that position, but we see we in good hands right there. Lattimore, man. Shout out to Lattimore, man. Brother came and he had to do first week. it had a combine of both receivers had one catch 6 yards or something like that, and 11 yards. And this game before he got tossed out over some BS, he had one reception for what it was 7 yards.
Last game it was 1 for 6. This game it was 1 for 7, I think.
Facts. So
2
Marshawn,
catches, 13 yards.
He's locked in. He was a big. I was a game changer for losing Marshawn. Like, that was a game changer for us.
And while we was live, I said it. I said we just lost our best. We already missing our second best corner.
Right, 100%. 100%.
Coming into the game, our second best corner was hurt. So we already on the backup. Now we lose our best corner. Now we really digging deep after we traded Chauncey away.
Yeah.
Now, and then they had to put PJ out there when PJ been playing safety for the last 2 years.
Facts.
Now it's all discombobulated.
You know why they had to put PJ out there?
Talk to me.
Because Evans had to come out because he had hurt his shoulder, his
he did. He came.
So JT Gray was out there and say,
facts.
PJ was that motherfucking corner
Where he's terrible at. He's not a good outside corner at all.
Nah, we know that.
That's why I didn't get angry.
He improved, but that's not his strength. That's not against Tom Brady. Not against throwing a man out in Tom Brady like that. After Tom, he didn't pick 6 Tommy. Oh no. What's up, J Lives 504? What's up with you, baby?
That's why Brady had the fucking check down, the shallow cross, because Alante and Roby bid on the same route, and he had that cross, but he knew PJ was out there 1-on-1, and he took his chances.
Yep.
Otherwise, if that was Marshawn, he wouldn't have never threw that ball. He took the check down.
Hell no.
You took the check
down. I saw it.
If that was posting the Debo, he wouldn't do that.
Right.
They put him in motion.
504 Fresh. What's up, baby?
Yeah, he put Scotty Miller in motion. Roby foul.
He knew it was man.
He had it from jump.
My dog Fresh in the building. Yeah, the Zebras didn't help us at all.
Well, yeah.
And that's another thing. We couldn't disguise our coverages like we wanted to after the corners went out. You feel me? So
right.
Hey, real talk. Hey, I agree with that. Shout out to King Wizard. We play more running quarterbacks. We do. Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, Hurst. DA need to play Granderson, Passio, and athletic. I agree. Nah, definitely. I think we need to come up with a better game plan, than just to sit back and let them attack us.
You got to move Payne Turner to the D tackle.
Yeah, I believe that. That's crazy. We could talk real quick. Peyton Turner, healthy scratch. That's crazy. First round pick. I never seen that. You know what I'm saying? A healthy scratch. Not shout out to BC Lewis. What's up, my G? Appreciate you in the bill. What's up, Covington? Appreciate you, my G. But yeah, man. Hey, Peyton Turner, healthy scratch. That was like, damn, that we couldn't find nobody else to not play or dress out, but it had to be Peyton Turner. That was kind of mind blowing. But our other rookie, we were short at DB. Alante Taylor came in, even though Bruce ain't been on that play, which I seen your ball in the knee wide open. He also had some great plays of his own. PBU, there was one-on-one coverage in that play. Excellent defense on them. Technique was awesome. And then also, man, coming up on the fullback, number 41. Brady threw it to him in the flat. He made him drop that ball, and your boy didn't go no further. He stopped in his tracks. Lante jumped right back up. I'm like, oh, he coming to hit. You could do that on the fullback, you coming to hit. So I like what I seen out of Lante Taylor.
Right.
Did he earn more rotational time, even though he was getting some in? Did he earn more rotation?
I think it's coming.
Yeah.
I think it's coming with
what up, 504 Cole? I see
games go on.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on his gameplay? What's your thoughts on his little action out there after Marshawn got thrown out?
He looked athletic. He looked, as far as physical and what he's supposed to, what they want a corner to look like these days, or a DB, he looks just like it. Fast, physical. I believe, and I can go as far as to say this, and it's just me looking and observing. If that was him defending on that pass from Brady, I think he would have recovered much faster and made a play on the ball.
Facts, because he did it. The one he threw to Scotty Miller on third down.
I think he would have found the ball place better.
Yeah. Alante Taylor knocked the ball out. And Brady went to cussing again.
Yep.
So if that was Alante on that play, but I guess they was hesitant to put Alante in.
He was in on that play, but
maybe he was on the
other
side.
In the slot. He was in the slot.
Shout out to Clarence Matthews. Appreciate
you.
No,
he actually wasn't in the slot. PJ was in the slot. They sent Scotty Middle in motion. Like me.
So listen, we can talk about this. No sacks on. So look, guys, we have no pass rush on that play. We got to give PJ a little break. Hey, bro, that's true. That's true. But
no, nobody's upset. We know.
Man, the balls was holding, man.
Yeah, and but listen, we could jump into it because we have it. We have one sack. We have one sack. They got players.
One sack.
We got individual players out there in the NFL with more sacks than the whole team combined. So, are you guys a little nervous, or you feel like it? Because I felt like it. The first game, we knew what it was. You know, the type of we really blitz only one time the whole game against Atlanta. We blitz only one time, and we have to go back because we've been saying this. Was our offensive line top 10, top 5, or was it Drew Brees making the decision, getting the ball out quick? The same shit with Tom Brady. Tom Brady been sacked by this team so many times. We seen it one time. Davenport, Tom Brady made a hell of a throw, got the ball out there. He almost sacked him. But for the most part, he was getting it on time. They got an article. Oh man, who is it? I don't want to think. Is it Jeff or somebody that had some things up on Twitter that was showing the plays? I saw the plays, the third down plays. So when it was third down and something, a time for the run the ball. I mean, the pass rush him. He threw the little quick screens, getting the ball out of his hand. So are you guys nervous about the pass rush? Do you think it's going to be a problem?
Not at all.
More depth? Go ahead.
I'm going to say one thing. Go ahead, L, then I'm going to say one thing.
I'm not worried at all because Tom is the type of guy that throw the ball fast. So not getting a sack against him or a lot of sacks against him, sometimes it's not surprising. Like we had games where we had like 3 or 4 sacks against him, which is not the normal 5 to 6 we get. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think eventually we was going to get there. But the refs started playing a game, you know what I'm saying, giving them more plays and taking a less weight off of their back. Because you got to think about it. When you get a stop, when you getting stopped on offense and then you get the flag, you get the referee to give you the extra downs, it kind of builds your confidence back up versus if you just get stopped and you go sit on the bench, now you kind of down like, damn, we just went 3 and out. Or we just, we had to punt that ball away. So all of that, taking all that pressure off of time, the sacks couldn't accumulate in the fourth quarter like we normally get. Because like last year, the first game we played them, that's when we got our sacks in the fourth quarter. Game got to the back end of it. Because Tom was flinging that thing against us last year at the beginning of the game, and then in that fourth quarter, things started to accumulate. But we couldn't get them because the refs let them off the hook. Sons of.
Go ahead, bro.
Now, either this is where I'm at with it. I like to see more bursts and how could I put this? I want to see more nasty from my D tackles. I'm gonna just put the shit out there. That's what I want to see. Even we almost getting it. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of almost. Big O, he getting there, but Shy Tuttle to me is a great rotational piece. We need to get more like somebody with the talent of a Sheldon Rankins. You know what I'm saying? We let Rankins go, but it's time for us to draft high on the D tackle or spend some more good money on the D tackles. So you know what I'm saying? So we can recap it up that middle. I think that's kind of what we're missing, even though we're getting by right now. When Malcolm Roach come back, it's gonna look better too.
Yeah,
I think Street got to play with more nasty. He got to, but that's what I've been paying attention to. That's what I want to see. The pass rush, we almost there, but I think if we had more nasty in that middle, you'll have like Davenport with Michael Parsons numbers with 4, 3, 4 sacks. You know what I'm saying?
They were very disruptive last game. You know what I'm saying? Even though we didn't get the sacks, they were disruptive.
Shout out to like shout out to passive income trucker. Not really a concern. Even without the pass, Brady was cussing and breaking tablets. Already didn't even touch him.
That's what I'm saying. It sounds like I'm getting on the D tackles. I feel like they could play a little bit more nasty though. You know what I'm saying? I think it could look better than. 4 down stops, which you could credit Carl Granderson and the miscommunication from the O line of the Bucs. But if our O lines just played, I mean D line, D tackles, I mean played with a little bit more stoutness and resistance, I think we'll get home more because they'll start forcing double teams in the middle.
Yep, I agree, King Wizard and Brewski. Shout out to Official Nola. We gonna have a show for that. Shout out to my dog in the building. Yeah, we just lost Batted too as well. Yeah, yep, that's it. Washington needs to get the ball instead of
get them.
Yep, we said Lance Taylor. Anything else? Defense or anything in defense you concerned about? Besides the pass rush, anything else?
I wouldn't say a concern, but I'm ready to see more of the Honey Badger. I need to see him blitzing. I need to see him around the ball a little bit more. I need to see him moving.
I'm with that.
A little bit more. So
I like how he's sticking his nose in there. Not afraid to.
Yeah, thanks. 100%. RB29 Oiler. What's up, baby? Appreciate you in the building. A lot of people. We're gonna talk about that, but let's keep watching on our mind. We're going to the office, y'all, in a second. Anything, Crooks, you want to add in on the defensive side?
Nah, I mean, just talking about the pass rush like you were. I agree with you, Till. The first two teams that we played kind of, schematically are, set up to not get sacked. You know what I'm saying? Like with us being worried about the read option from Atlanta, our defensive line was more conservative, not really, trying to get upfield too much with them. Now this week, I mean, you got Tom Brady, one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL for a while now. So he knows how to, like Till said, make the O-line look better. Something that Drew Brees may have possibly been doing here in New Orleans for some time, because he was able to get the ball out so fast. So, not so much a concern for me. I think this week here against Baker Mayfield, I think that would be a good indication of where we at against the Carolina Panthers.
I like that. Hey, real talk, man. But that defense side, I really don't have too much worry. Of course, I would love to see the Honey Badger with a little more spark and make it, the first week he did make a play, recover the fumble. You know what I'm saying? He was the one that tackled Mariota and everything else. But this game would have felt good for something big to happen. You know what I'm saying? Besides that first play with Lenny, you know what I'm saying? They messed over my dog, but it's all good. You gotta go in there and get in there. You gotta have heart to go try to tackle somebody. So you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So that defense, man, I'm feel very confident in them. I love everything they've been doing. Both games, there was the reason why we was able to come back in the first game, holding it down, even though it wasn't a low in 3 game. But when it was time to crunch down and give us a chance to make a comeback, they did exactly that. And this week they dominated. But
then they averaged 2.4 yards a carry.
How many? 2.4 yards a carry. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Lenny, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. He would shout out to my dog. 160. Y'all about to say shout out to my dog. Who that to my dog? Dolph 17 off the Keeping It Real Who That Sports podcast. Him and OG Coach Rock, which is Leonard's uncle, his nephew. He told Coach Rock that he was gonna run for 166 yards on us and 100 yards in the first half. Pete Warner must have heard and listened to one of these YouTube channels and said, "Oh yeah, punish him." You hear me? Need tattoo price go down. Shout out to Cole. What up, real fans? What's up, Zach, baby? Shout out to Zach.
He was tuned in, huh? Okay, Lenny.
Okay, Lenny. Shout out to man. What up, Slim South? One of OG. What up, Slim South, baby? I see you in the building. Let y'all touch the screen. Sure, dirty player. He ain't too bad, T-Mama. There's unsigned. He is. That's why I asked if they wanted depth. You know what I'm saying? Because that. Yeah, right. That's another thing. Which we was, best case scenario, we go 3-0. We on top of the ass. But we go 2-1. We still in great shape. Also, anybody else start with 3 divisional games? Seem fucked up. You know what I'm saying? That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
And guess what? Mike Evans suspended. So if they lose against Green Bay next week, and then we win against Carolina, we 2-1 in our division. We back on top.
We back on top.
Division. Back on top.
Randolph.
And
we see him again December 5th. So it's all good. Like it's everything is all good. Like, I ain't tripping. Everything is all good. What's up, Darren? What's up, baby? Who that?
Like Al said, I hope that's for the division.
Hey, look, I'm gonna say this, bro. I feel like Cam, man, do more with the run game than anything. You know what I'm saying? I felt like, especially this game, like Cam was instrumental in that run game, setting them edges, making sure his lanes was filled, and he was when he
Cam
had
set the edge like a pro.
You dig? So I ain't gonna get mad at him. Hey D, I ain't tripping on him. As far as sacks, no, the whole team don't have sacks. You know what I'm saying? I go from fucking D line, linebacker, safety. Nobody got sacks except for one person.
And like I said, we was getting held. I remember one play vividly when
they showed the angle, L.
The replay.
He split the double team. The dude grabbed Cam waist. Grab Cam waist. Why he's splitting the double team? They don't call a flag. It was a touchdown play, I think.
It was the other play we talking about the camera. I think it was Davenport. He was trying to get in the middle. They had the man by the whole collar.
Yep.
Could have called a front with horse collar on the man, but killing him.
I think it was the play Lenny ran over Tyron. That was the one.
It might have been that one.
Because that was the only one he really bust.
Delusional.
Wide open.
He won a lot of money. That's what I heard. I heard it. Yeah, I hope so. Shout out to my dog. T Dirty, what's up, baby? It's desperate. They're going to be dangerous trying to win. Facts. We can't take them lightly. We can't. What up, St. John Butler? What's up, baby? One of my guys, man, a fellow Saints content creator. Y'all make sure y'all show love to St. John Butler, man. And he's also in the NOLA Bros official fantasy league. Shout out to my dog, St. John Butler. Appreciate you rocking with us. So, bros, let's go ahead on and get on to the other side of the ball.
Yes, sir.
The offense. What you guys didn't like about the offense? We'll talk about first what you didn't like about the offense. We got time. Go ahead, whoever.
I'll put it on Front Street. For me, I'm a Jameis Winston advocate. I love him. You know what I'm saying? I put most blame on him. It's for this loss. And, reason being, it started with the Mark Ingram fumble. You know what I'm saying? That was the turn of the game. And I said it during the stream. I'm not sure if people caught it or not. And it may have sounded bad or whatnot, a little jab against Winston or whatnot. But like I said, I love him. But I'm going to say this about Winston. I believe that Winston could win you plenty of games. You know what I'm saying? Like you could win a lot of games with Jameis as your quarterback. Now, I feel that Jameis is more so he's a quarterback to me that I feel like there's games that he could win you, and then there's games that we just need him to manage. You know what I'm saying? I definitely feel like he was doing a great job this week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, managing the game. You know what I'm saying? With the 3-point, it was a defensive slug match. You know what I'm saying? Like, need the point. You had Tom Brady on the other side, couldn't get anything going against the defense. You know what I'm saying? So I was okay with it, Jameis just managing us to a win. Now, the Mark Ingram, that killed us. Mark Ingram fumble killed us. And I think at that point, Jameis went from more of managing the game to
super stable hold,
putting it on his back, like feeling he had to put the whole team on his back and go out there and win the game himself. And there's games that he could do that. You know what I'm saying? Like last week was a clear example of that. He did that against the Atlanta Falcons. But we got to keep in mind that's the Atlanta Falcons. They're known for doing that, blowing leads all the time in the fourth quarter. Their defense is not, to be compared to a Tampa Bay defense. So against defenses of that nature, I think he was doing a great job up until that fumble managing the game. Had he continued doing that, I think we would have been all right. Even with the whole fight and going down, I think we should have stuck to the game plan. Jameis kind of lost composure when that took place, and that's when he fell with the interceptions and everything. And speaking on interceptions, I'm sorry, I'm going for a long time. First interception, I don't believe that was necessarily a bad throw. You know what I'm saying?
Touchdown.
The ball for, our guy to go up there and get. You know what I'm saying? Right. The other two, like those were bad throws. He had better options on the field on those particular plays that he could have gone to, but he was trying to force it thread the
that first pick. If he wasn't hurt, I believe it would have had more. It would have been to the back of the end zone more.
All right.
That's
so
just,
look, we stick on.
If it was Callaway, I think he caught the touchdown. Callaway catch that touchdown.
Juice catch that touchdown.
You hear me? Like certain people gonna catch that. He was falling. Like that ain't Jameis' fault. When Jameis threw the ball, he ain't know Olave was gonna.
You said that. You said it all loud.
Yeah, like he threw that bill like fall. You know what I mean? Like if you never fail, we doing this. We celebrating. But I'm with. Can I go?
Go ahead. No,
go ahead.
Go on, James.
Say something.
No, I'm about to say since we added just
right.
I was about
James.
to say, and like speak on it too. Speak on the hurt aspect of it, and then everything else with him. So how you feel about James?
I said before the game, I said he shouldn't be.
Shout out D Young. What's up, D Young, baby?
I know he gonna play because it's his old team. Right. I say he got to be riled up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's his old team. Like, and this the game he got hurt in against last year. This the game he finished the rest of his season off. So he wanted to pick up on a good note. And like you were saying, Crookums, the game was a defensive slugfest, and I felt like Jameis felt like he had to make the play. Like he had to make the first play instead of being patient and keep chipping away until we get one of those. Once we had the fumble, I just felt like Jameis felt like, all right, I need to make a play. You know what I'm saying? I need to get the crowd into it. I need to get something going because you got to think about it. Jameis never been in a defensive slugfest. Probably his whole career, he probably never been in a game like he just was in, where it was 3-3 going into the fourth quarter.
I don't know if that's true, but I feel like that for a long time that he been either down or he have a defense like this. I believe. Go ahead.
Right, he either coming back or somebody coming back on him. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think he ever been in a game where it was 3-3. You know what I'm saying? And everybody just slugging it out, and then it's the first person who make the crucial mistake. And not only did we make one mistake, the motherfuckers started piling up. We made one, and then another, and then another, and then and we can't do that. We still was in the game. It was 4 minutes and 36 seconds, I believe, and it was 13-3.
Yeah.
And we had the ball, and then Jameis threw that second. If he would have took that check down, kept moving that ball, we would have been cross midfield, kept moving that ball. We could have got it to 13-10, 16-13. I mean, a 6-13, and still put pressure on Tom Brady because we know how good we was playing against Tom Brady. He was throwing tackles, all this. He never was settled until they caught that pick six. That's when he got settled. When the pick six.
Shout out to BB King. What up, baby? Appreciate you in the building. Brewski, go ahead. Touch on James.
Like I said on that first throw, even though he threw it about what? 50, 60, how long that first interception was? It was pretty far.
Hey, bro, what I said, I said, shout out to my dog T-Dirt. Not gonna lie, but every time Jameis dropped back, I cringe a little bit.
Hey, you said that during the stream,
when that camera moved.
When that camera got to switch your shell shot.
When Drew Brees was a part of the team, when the camera would disappear, switching the ball throwing, we feel like somebody wide open. It's a touchdown, 30 and plus. Now when that camera switch, T-Dirty, I'm nervous yet. Real talk. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Nah, but the other two picks, the one that was a house call, he had Mike underneath. Just hit Mike big and strong enough to where he probably could have got that first down. I'm gonna just say he would have got that first.
It wasn't fourth down, Brewski.
Even though he had time to catch it, turn and run. Mike, strong, physical, he could have got some yards.
Yeah,
that's one.
Break a tackle.
The other one that Jamel Dean caught, Tony Jones was in the flat. Throw it to him, get 6 yards, and then you live to fight another down, or whatever. I just think a couple of things happened. He was over. He wanted to stick it to him, like Crookham said. He wanted to look. I'm gonna show you. That happened, and because you can see on the picks, he locked into where I'm going right here with that motherfucker. And the Bucs was daring them to do it. Yeah. I dare you to do it.
That's exactly how they played.
I dare you to fucking do it, and he did
it.
They played
a
he jumped right in front. Jumped right in front of it.
Yeah.
And this the thing, Till, I'm with you. If his back wasn't hurting, those deep passes early in the game, they would have got hit. and then it would have been a different game.
Let me say this.
Because Olave had a couple steps early in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Jameis could have hit him.
He could have hit him. But let me say this also. They had a third down. The matter of fact, when he almost fumbled, he could have got the first down.
That was a crucial part. Shout out to one of the that's why I brought up the back, because I seen one of the comments in there. That play was crucial. The fumble that had to recover by Hurts. And you excuse me, you could walk there, you could walk to the first down.
Maybe his back preventing him from even sliding correctly. Because you can see one of the scrambles, he looked like he scrambled once and he like fell forward or something crazy.
That was one of the things that Bruce said he didn't want to get hit by David. You know what I'm saying? But that hurted us. And plus the defense know that now. You out there giving away like, oh, this motherfucker don't want to, he want to throw it. He not gonna run it. So guess what? Playing coverage mode. That hurted us not being able to slide like that and move around. I ain't gonna be honest with you. The pass protection was good on the offense for the most part. You could tell they really emphasized that. We got to protect them, which it should be every Sunday. But I'm just saying, you seen a lot. It was great. I ain't too mad. Like I heard Dennis Allen. I feel just like him. I didn't feel like we had 6 sacks on us, but we had 6 sacks on us. And a lot to do with Jameis, indecisiveness, holding the ball, running out of
definitely holding the ball.
Them sacks came at the end too.
Yeah, that was true also.
3 or 4 of them came at the end of the game. You feel me? Like they weren't sacking us like that. Because Devin White 2 sacks came when they got the lead.
That bit T Dirty said James turned it back into a Tampa Bay pumpkin right after 12 o'clock, huh? Motherfucker left his cleat right in the stove. The motherfucker turned right into him. He did.
You mentioned
another thing. Go ahead.
No, about Jameis being hurt and them not really having a focus on him being a runner. One thing I was talking to Brew about with this game, and I mentioned it during the game, not having Kamara. You know what I'm saying? Kamara as our running back makes those linebackers they're forced to play further up to the line. When Kamara get this ball in the flat, he makes somebody miss. He gone for 40, 50, 60 touchdown. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely forces them linebackers to play a lot closer to the line of scrimmage.
Much love all the time.
Kamara. Him not being in the game, having Mark Ingram, Washington, those guys coming out of the backfield, Devin White, what's his name?
Levante David.
They could drop back. They could drop back into their zones and play a major fact on them throwing lanes for Jameis Winston at a deeper level than we had Kamara on the field.
Get to their spots faster.
So that was huge for me too. I noticed that as well.
Yeah. The linebacker was able to be free and they had to worry about fucking 41 on the field. Go ahead.
Yeah. Jameis got to have more mental toughness too. Like after you throw that first pick, you got to come back and throw us a touchdown. You can't be piling 3 in a row, then come throw a touchdown. You got to have some type of mental toughness where you could, like you was talking about all that baseball shit. When you go 1 for 3, if you strike out, you got to come back and give me a hit. Give me a base hit. Give me something. Put something on the board for us. Don't be stacking up them interceptions. That make you mentally look weak, and that make the defense get. You know the next week defense thinking right now? Oh, he gonna give it to us again. Yeah. He gonna give it to us. All we gotta do is do this to him, and he gonna give us one. So you gotta come back with some type of mental toughness and show us. You gotta show us. Come on, James. We with you, but you gotta show us.
Shout out to Sample Sounds. Your boy sound like the young BG. Must be talking about Brewski. Must be talking about Brewski. He did it, and Craig let him. He did it, and Craig let him do it.
Craig let him do it.
I like that, yeah.
And then P. Carmichael must be Craig. Fuck.
Oh man, yeah. So
there you go.
Yeah. Hey, I just think that and Jameis, man. I felt like you let the media off the hook. You left the refs off the hook. You know what I'm saying?
Big time. You
turned the narrative into them calling a bullshit ass game to you throwing 3 intercepts and 1 for a pick six. Jameis going Jameis. That's the whole headline. You got everybody up in arms. I got people sending me text messages. Somebody FaceTime me, told me, you gotta get a new quarterback because I'm out here repping for Jameis. I'm a big advocate for Jameis, and I believe in what he can do. But those decision makings on the field was very concerning.
He was playing like we was down 17 points.
Right. And we was only down 3 points. A touchdown.
A touchdown at one point.
Why would you just go straight into I need
you
to
get
win it
2
myself?
Field goals and another stop? Shit.
Right. And I just feel like, Jameis, you should have went with the open receiver. You didn't have to force nothing. You did not have to throw it to Chris Olave the way you threw it to him.
Nope.
Like he was Michael Thomas. Like he was Michael Thomas or even Jarvis. Why are we going force feeding Chris Olave? I love what he could do. But you got a lot of weapons on this field. And we didn't need to get it back at one time.
You know what it was? They seen something on tape. Because Olave was one-on-one with a safety. Jamel Dean, a safety. They seen that shit on tape when they do this.
Quincy, baby?
He one-on-one. And Jameis wanted to attack that shit so bad.
He the other corner, bro. He not a safety. He the other corner.
Hey, I thought he played safety. He must be in the slot though too.
Nah, he did right. He did right cornerback.
Well,
Jamel Dean, Colton Davis, and then they got Edwards. They play Logan Ryan and they play Winfield.
Well, this particular play, he just was in the slot.
Yeah, probably.
But in that motherfucker, and he kept trying to Jamel Dean. They seen something on tape with Jamel Dean because they kept trying Jamel Dean over the top. But
they seen something where Olave could get over the top on tape because Jameis took a lot of shots over the top early in the game. He just missed
somebody.
My thing was, if you're going to force feed somebody, you need to force feed 13. That's the only person that I feel like, and if Jarvis have his game, you can force feed him too. But if you ain't force feeding nobody yet, the first person ever to force feed is 13. Yeah. Especially what he did last week.
Yeah.
And he made some tough, beautiful catches this game. So
he definitely did. Man. Mike was talking this shit
back to the back, like you said, Al. Because I forgot who it was, but on Twitter, somebody was saying he was targeting Olave a lot early and often throughout the game because he was the single receiver that was manned up, and they felt like Olave could beat his man, beat his man deep, and we could get us a ball.
Yep, I know they felt
one of those flash plays or whatnot.
If Jameis throw that bitch right, we could. We had two touchdowns off it.
With the back. Yeah. So.
And we normally see him hit that deep ball with ease. We seen Jameis throw that bitch with ease. And that's why we go to the back.
To be honest, that's what separated him. That's what separated him from Andy Dalton. Because Andy Dalton is an intermediate, which we need. Look like we need right now is accuracy. Not Andy Dalton. I'm just saying that type of play. The intermediate. We don't need too much of the long game. We missing the underneath. But we talking about Michael Thomas. Just a minute. Michael Thomas, let him talk his talk because he talk a little.
And how he was playing, he seemed 100% to you, or did you have to do things based on what he could?
I was just focused on getting my job done and being where they're asking me to be next to the game plan. So when we go back to watch the film, I'm sure we'll see anything like that was going on, but I was just not being able to on my side.
How good is that defense you were playing? It seems like they did a decent job on you for at least 3 quarters.
What did you think they did good?
Check points on the board.
Yeah.
They said put points on the board. Yeah.
They are a stingy defense.
Listen to them.
I wouldn't call it out of man, but it's all watching. Safety over the top. But we can't wait to see him.
Can't wait to see him
again. As far as this rivalry, you've seen some chippiness before. Do you think it might be a different level today with what happened between Marshawn and?
Yeah, that's just like a little bit out of control, man. Those guys are going, man. Like, it's hard not to react like Marshawn does when you get pushed in the back, or that's reaction.
They want to fight us when CD leaves, huh?
Somebody that's just so.
We've been fighting though before that.
Cool, that's not. But
that was before CD. And then after seed.
I'm about to say that before. That's with seed because the Bucks haven't been. The Bucks haven't been relevant as us like going with them until time came 2020.
I'm talking about like an altercation like that. The last time it happened was 2017.
Oh, okay.
This year, CD got drafted in what 2018 or 2019?
Yeah,
2019.
19. I think, or 18, 1 or 2. I'm not sure.
Yeah, 19, because it's 19, 20, 21. Because 22, yeah, this year, 22.
Yeah. So that guy, I was agreeing with you. That guy is the one that should definitely been force fed was Michael Thomas. And a lot of those because the tape just came out today that we was able to get. So I'm gonna check it out tonight. But for the most part, Michael Thomas should have been getting that ball, man. Pause. And he did great, man. A couple of great routes. I think he had one incompletion. I felt like he could have got. They hit him with a BS call.
PI, terrible call.
Offensive pass interference. That he had great depth on that route. Let me go. My shit tripping. But for the most part, man, Mike had did his job. I wish he'd have got the ball more. Jameis, just decision making this game, man. I felt like could have been way better. His decision making and kind of cost us at the end. You know, Crooks alluded to like in the beginning, he had great managing the game, still was missing and everything else, but he wasn't making any mistakes. As soon as Mark, we can go off of James. As soon as Mark fumbled that ball, I said, deja vu, Jared Cook. Yep. And that's exactly what happened.
Everything exactly it happened. What happened. Exactly happened the same way.
Exactly what happened with that.
You on mute, bro.
Mark Ingram, 2 fumbles, 2 weeks in a row.
That was the game.
He fumbled in scoring territory.
That motherfucker fumbled on the 9.
Oh, best drive.
Yes.
Best drive of the game.
Best drive, you're right.
After Dwayne Washington put that bitch on his back and kind of, you know, three first downs or something like that. He was running that ball. Dwayne Washington running that ball.
Going forward.
It was tough, honestly. Because he wasn't being loose with the ball, wild or anything like that. He had 2 hands on the ball, honestly.
It wasn't close to his body, though.
Peanut, he just a fumbler. Some people just fumble the ball.
It was a great play.
It looked like he was trying to reach forward.
It was a great play by Ryan.
And that goes back to Kamara not playing. That goes back to Kamara not playing. Having Kamara in, running that run with the way the offensive line was blocking. Now, the offensive line on the run plays last game, they was blocking. We had some nice holes. Mark hit some holes. Dwayne Washington hit some holes. We had some nice runs, and offensive line was doing their thing on that run block. Even on pass block for the first 3 quarters, they was doing their thing. But run blocking for sure. If we would have had AK would have tore him up because AK make people miss tackles in the secondary. Them safeties would have missed a couple more tackles, and man, it would have been different. But we can't say woulda, coulda, shoulda. You know what I'm saying? Because they could have said, "What if they had their guys?"
It's not gonna say on the stat sheet. It's not gonna say Mark Ingram only fumbled because Logan Ryan made a night. It's gonna say in 2 games, Mark Ingram has 2 fumbles. So therefore, you have to address that. He fumbled on the 11 or the 9. I can't remember. It just. I know we was driving, and I thought we was about to score. And if we score right there, it's a different ball game.
It's the
ears go back. The ears go back a little bit more on that D line,
and that's when the sacks come in. There you go. That's when the pressure come on. Now we get that lead. Now it's 10-3. Now Tom Brady have to throw the ball because you know all his receivers was hurt and not in the game. So you have to throw the ball to these guys that's getting covered. Marshawn's still in the game. Because think about it, because right after that fumble happened, that's when the fight happened, that next drive. So Marshawn's still in the game. Like, everything probably changed. But like Till said, he said it was the Jared Cook moment. And it was a Jared Cook. Everything just went downhill for the Saints, man. Everything went downhill. But the best thing about this, it ain't the playoffs.
so Jay Live, go back to you say, well, I don't question James' is mental toughness. I think he was playing a little hurt and he was overcompensating muscles in the back. It was coming. Now I get that. No, so physical toughness, I ain't questioning that for sure. But just being down, throwing it after, I just think the underneath route was better. I get you. Him going out with the full crack in the back, 100%. I agree with you. I appreciate him for sure, man. But it was a lot of decision making. You know what I'm saying? I felt like he was awful. He didn't take what the Drew should have taught you well. Take what the defense give you.
Easy completions. Completions are good. That's what Drew used to say.
Always
are good.
What's up, Sky? Shout out to Sky. I think it's
James, you get us in 4th and 1 situations, 4th and 2 situations, and let us come out and convert those. Like let us get those momentum plays. I know you like everybody in the nation knows that you like to throw the ball deep, Jameis. Yeah. Take your finger off the trigger sometimes though.
Right, man.
Tuck that bitch on the side.
As everybody's up going and shout out to Sky, much love to Sky. Play calling. How are we feeling about Pete Carmichael? Do we have a problem?
I hate it.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't necessarily hate it. I just think.
Well, you said that.
You came my bombs away, huh?
Yeah, you said that.
Well, fuck. If I don't like it, I must hate it. Right? But I don't too much like it because it's lacking thought to me. I hate to say it. It's almost like it's kind of
what's up, Marty
man, but it's almost like he just out there calling plays and not putting no thought into it. All right, 2 runs. Now it's 3rd and fucking 9, and okay, like they know we gotta throw. They know we gotta throw that bitch. So there's no creativity right now. It's no throwing the defense off. It's like 2 throws, then all right, we get 2 short throws. All right, 3rd and long. Okay, we gotta throw again. Now 2 runs, and then okay, yes, we gotta throw on 3rd down. Yes, we gotta throw. It's just flat. It's real. It's not creative. And I hate to say it, it's nothing like Sean, man. Sean was a game planning genius. Okay. You can see the game plan within the plays being called. Okay. Right now, we're not getting that. And I know this is first time, like really with the pressure on him, but it's just no screens this year. No screens is being called.
I ain't seeing no screens.
No tight end screens, no nothing.
Right, no tight end screens, no receiver screens. You ain't catching the defense off balance. I don't see nobody running open like that. Like you ain't got no boot action for Jameis or for Taysom, or like you don't got the pocket moving. Like it's a lot of things that I know we might get into in the middle of the season. But as far as the first 2 games, I feel like Pete need to add a little more flair to his play calling. It's boring. It's boring like Pete. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't, you know how we feel about, like we don't know nothing about Pete. He just like the mad scientist genius. Like, bro, you better add something to this. Throw some hot sauce in here, spice it up. You know what I'm saying? Put some flavor in this bit. Like,
hold on. Right. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. You heard me? If you like that, one time, D, appreciate you. Go ahead.
And my last thing before I pass it, I feel like he need to play to our players' strength. You need to play to Michael Thomas' strength. You need to play to Jameis Winston's strengths. Our good players' strengths, because the type of plays that they running, I get it. What is a horizontal team? Like we run a lot of plays that deal with horizontal routes, but our quarterback is a vertical quarterback. So we need to start threatening people more vertically and run those deep crossing routes, scissors routes where they, run into curls and hitches and deep outs and stuff like that for Jameis, because that's the type of plays he like to throw. So give him that.
Or at least send him as decoys.
Yeah, give him his rhythm plays. That's what Jameis like to get in rhythm, and then make him hit the underneath stuff. Don't just force him to throw everything underneath. That's my opinion, though. Go ahead, Pete.
I feel like as far as Pete, man, I don't feel like it's week 2 to me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's week 2, and I don't feel like he's calling the bad plays. I feel like we're not executing more than the play calling. I feel like it's a good play calling. I just sat up here and said Mike is wide open underneath the middle. Why not throw it to him? That's not on Pete. Pete not out there calling them I mean, he's not playing Madden. He can't say X is wide open, triangle is wide open. And a lot of those is
you're right.
So I don't just say it's on Pete, because I've seen a lot of good things about Pete. He's very balanced. He called his shot plays. We didn't connect. On those. If it was 2 or 3 shot plays, that should have been 2 or 3 touchdowns. And I just think it didn't. Of course, I didn't see the flashy. The one thing I would say that I don't like, that I don't like about it, I haven't seen so far, we didn't talk about, is a screenplay. I don't know what that's been at. That's
one screen where we didn't need to run them.
That's our bread and butter. You're right, bro. It was like, goddamn, last game against the Falcons. So it's just like, damn, what a screen at. And with these athletic linemen we have, that's one of our things, bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? So That's what I would say. I'm not gonna just say off the dump, nah, Pete or whatever, because I really don't. I see the same game planning. I see him playing to the strength. Kim asked, do y'all think the offense fit Jameis? The offense is designed to go quick underneath, passing mostly. But listen, make the read, Jameis. No offense. If you want to throw 40 interceptions, yeah. But if you want to be a good quarterback, you have to make those throws. Go ahead, Eddie. Go ahead, Crook.
Nah, I say I'm more in agreement with you, Till, on that as far as Pete. The only thing I can say, I know, like L said, it's the beginning of the season, give him some time or whatnot. That would be cool in most situations. But somebody in the chat said it earlier. We starting off with 3 division games, so we don't have time to like bullshit and wait to get our shit together. Like we gotta come out with our guns blazing, and like it's a little hesitant sometimes, like with the offense. But for the most part, I like the game plan we had this week. Like I said, it was a great game plan. And we were, like Till said, we didn't execute on some of those, shot plays or whatnot. But for the most part, blocking, running game was there. Mark Ingram had a great game besides that fumble. Washington had a good game as well. So, I feel like we had a good game plan. Like Till said, we didn't necessarily execute all the time. Run game was there, and it was strong. Think we kind of got away from it too early, and that had something to do with Jameis as well. Just feeling like Superman and need to take the game over. But I think I don't really have a problem with the play calling as of right now, other than the screens. Like we mentioned, the screens is a huge part of the Saints' offense, and it's just something we haven't seen. We just haven't seen it this year. So that's a little concerning. But outside of that, I'm okay with how the game's been called. I'm interested to see this all 22 just to see how our receivers looked, and what's the problem with Jameis, like we said, not making the reads when they're there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just easy games that we can have that he passing up on. So I want to see this all 22.
Now last year and all these years before this, I told y'all Sean Payton, it wasn't Sean Payton play calling, it was the execution of the damn play. And y'all been telling me, nah, it's Sean Payton play calling.
I don't even remember that shit. Y'all remember that? Everybody remember that?
I don't recall that.
I'll tell you a play right now. 4th and 1, the trap handoff to Kamara, and it didn't work. It got blown up in the backfield. And I'm like, that was a good play because it worked. Two series ago, Kamara got 6 yards off it, but that time it didn't work. They say, "Oh, it's showing play calling." I'm like, "Nah, that's execution." Drew Brees, Drew Brees throwing the ball to Michael Thomas' foot in the playoffs when we throwing the ball on the first play when everybody said we should have ran it. That's execution. That's not play calling. That's execution. That's what I be talking about. All right, continue. What I texted you message earlier. Who coming back next year? What I say?
Oh, you say that?
Oh, he said Sean Payton coming back next year.
Sean Payton, you don't know. You ain't never met no Frank Sinatra.
That's why I said it. I went to look up Dennis Allen contract. I said, let me see what Dennis Allen contract is.
What you not seen?
I couldn't find nothing on his contract.
You couldn't find Stan Van Gundy either. The Saints
why Dennis Allen contract not on it?
I just told you we didn't
renewal in 2019 when he signed a 3-year deal in 2019.
But I keep telling you, the same ownership that has the Pelicans, we didn't know how much. We still don't know how much Stan was making and how many. We just knew how many years it was
and stuff, huh?
That's it.
But did we hear anything about years for Dennis Allen?
No,
we ain't hear nothing, right?
We ain't hear nothing. But that's what I'm saying. They private.
So let me ride this wave then. Let me ride.
I don't believe it because he 1-1. He 1-1. His defense.
No, I'm not saying because of Dennis Allen. Like I'm not saying because he's doing bad. I'm just saying like how Sean talking about the team.
Yeah.
And how this dude don't got no contract.
Right.
I don't know. Sean talking like he missed his team.
Back. Yeah. Well. Guess what? You should have been here. We ain't had to go through all this shit. So I don't want you back. Go ahead.
You
and
know
what you
what?
gotta do.
He's right.
He missed the 18. My bad.
I kind of want the draft pick.
Yeah. I don't want you back. I'm over it, bro. It's been 16. Been long enough.
Come on. One Nola, bro, won't you?
Yeah, 3 of Crooks.
I want you to do exactly what you're doing right now.
Yep, do exactly what you're doing and go with your move.
He's actually good at what he's doing right now.
Oh, he's great.
Honestly.
We know that.
I don't want him to be good. I want them draft picks.
I'm cool. I mean, I'd rather him be honest with you. I want them draft pick. That'll be a bonus. But I'd rather him be on TV doing his thing because I don't want him to be another coach. But if you go with your move, it's over. But you're coming back here taking over Dennis now. I think Dennis, we're gonna rock with Dennis. I don't feel like nothing Dennis has done has caused us to lose this game last week. And it was shaping up to be a 9-0 game again.
Right.
Maybe this one would have been the 14-10 game, a 17-0 game. Easy. Easy. But
10-0.
But our quarterback line did pretty good. Everything else, man. Anybody on the offense, anything else besides Michael Thomas, man? Because like I said, Mike, he played a hell of a game. Anybody else y'all want to shout out or talk about on the offensive line that did?
We saw very little Taysom Hill too.
Yeah.
Once again, I don't like it. Taysom normally killed Tampa Bay, running straight through him, and we don't see. I think he got stopped on like one play, and then we ain't see him after that.
Who was calling the play?
All right, that's the second week in a row we seen little Taysom. You know what I'm saying? We need to see more Taysom, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if we ramping up. Like Crookham said, we don't got time to ramp up because it was division games, but it seemed like it, huh? Like the lack of our playmakers getting the ball, like the lack of Mike Thomas.
I think it's chess, not checkers. I mean, I'll be say that. So that kind of disappointed me. I hate that in a 3rd and 16, we only throw it to Jarvis when it's 5 yards. Like, I don't get that. Like, why is he not involved in it? And why not you not looking for him, James? We don't know who we don't know who's the primary, secondary on these reads either. We really don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day is if Jameis don't look their way, it don't matter. So I would like to see more of Jarvis, especially after the first week he had. Why not?
And I tell you this to add to that, Till. Next week, Mike Thomas better be primary on a lot of routes.
Yeah,
I'm talking about first read better be Michael Thomas on a lot of routes.
Read is juice.
Second read better be juice. We need to what is called? Put some order into this. We need to put some type of hierarchy.
Yeah. Chain of command. Chain of command.
There you go.
Hey, listen, we've seen enough of Olave right now. Save him once. We want to save him. We want to save him.
I see what y'all trying to do.
We won't save him.
Say that shit for somebody who likes to sleep.
Yep.
So I know something we ain't speak on. What about the fumble? How y'all feel about this fumble? Did y'all speak on it? Olave.
Oh well, that was tough. I thought that I was informed it just changed to that rule, but I thought it would be either down by contact, he lost the ball by itself, or incomplete. That was Dennis Adams speak. I don't think that's his fault. That was a tough play though.
Yeah, he was momentum took. He a smaller guy.
That was another game changer too.
But if we was trying to close out or something like that, or that was a catch to send us over, it would have been bigger than what it was.
Yeah.
Right now that we was trying to claw back 13, 16. What I forgot what we was down. But it was pretty much, it was pretty much at that point in time, it was pretty much like,
that was tough. It just would have been good to see a connection from Jameis to Olave at that time. But I mean, I don't blame it on him. That was tough. That was tough.
It was tough. It was tough, bro.
We was down 14, I think.
That was tough.
But it had it only had
we would have been in a good position if you would have called it and scored.
If you'd have called it and scored, we definitely had Even if he had called it, we still would have had some good time. We had enough time.
You know what? You're right. I'm tripping because we still had the timeouts.
Yeah, it would have been a momentum shift for Atlanta game again.
That's what it felt like.
Did that fast, just like that. We back. But that was tough. It was tough. It's just one of those games when it rains, it pours, and they just couldn't get that connection. I mean,
that's what it was.
Nothing. Even the pass they connected on, it ended in the fumble. It just was tough for Olave that game, and Jameis was force feeding him. But that fumble in particular, man, it just was a tough play.
But this the thing, though. I think our players in these big moments that played bad, I think they're gonna redeem themselves because they know how it feel and they know how it made their teammates feel. They the ones who got to go in that locker room and see how they feel and talk about it and watch film with these guys and go over the shit that went wrong. And so I think it's gonna make them stronger. Like especially Olave, like a player like Olave, you know what I'm saying? Even PJ, I know PJ gonna be ready to play corner next time. This game he wasn't ready because who would think that Marshawn was gonna get thrown out the game and then all that shit was gonna happen, and then he got to move. I think next time he gonna have it on his. I might have to go to corner, so let me be mentally ready. Everything was so when that fight happened. We ain't talk about the fight much, but when that fight happened, it did kind of when it took our players out the game, it shifted more for us than it shifted for them because they've been practicing all week with their receivers hurt. You feel me? We've been practicing with Marshawn the whole week. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't been practicing without Marshawn. If we would have been practicing without Marshawn, then we would have probably been more, confident in our situations and without Justin Evans, like you said. But they've been practicing without Mike the whole week and without Julio and all of them. So it wasn't nothing for them to just, you know what I'm saying, figure out their offense quicker than we figure out our defense.
Right. All right. Anything else I want to add to that?
That they did.
All right.
Because that play they dialed up was perfect.
Yep. Special teams. I thought I'll say this. Special teams. Quick turn. I thought Blake had an okay game. A couple of punts. I was like, he didn't pin him back like I thought. Will Lux didn't really get a chance to show, what he had. Dennis Allen went with we talked about it, the defensive minded style, and passed up on a 58-yard field goal and wanted to pin him back. So we really didn't get to see about the special teams too much, but Blake could have had a better game and Will Lux didn't get a chance.
I'm going for that field goal. I'm glad you brought that up too. I'm going for that fucking field goal.
I'm trusting Big Lux too. I'm trusting him.
And also that 12 man on the field calls on the special teams coach. Shit, what they say, shit rolls downhill?
Downhill, yeah.
But this time, look, I'm putting it on him and he can refer the message to them. Because he's supposed to make sure somebody, the punt returner, harder, get your head out your ass, count this motherfucker up before you even get out there, before you go back there.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. And they look like they huddled to me. They said 12 men in the huddle. They said in the formation.
But I'm thinking, it had to be Brett Huddle because they didn't even punt the ball yet. We didn't even get a chance to punt the ball.
We had 12 men on field because they had 11 by the line of scrimmage plus Hardy.
That's on Rizzy. He got to call a timeout or something.
That's what I said. That's on the special teams.
He definitely said that.
That's on Rizzy for sure, man. Yeah. Like, he got to call a timeout, DA somebody. Like that can't. I mean, I get the player was on the field, but he probably heard safe or something, a block. You know what I'm saying? And he probably switched it and. It was a lace up.
That was the hole, right?
Oh yeah, no.
That one threw me for a loop too with the play action.
The Cam Jordan
play action. They threw the play. It was the play action.
Ayamada when he got Fournette. That was a bullshit call.
That was a bullshit call.
I never seen that call in my life too. I think you said that too. I never seen that call.
Yeah, because Avery said it. He's a play action.
If that's the case,
action.
You know when the motherfuckers
tackle his ass.
When the motherfuckers be running them screens and the DN kind of push him.
Yeah.
If that's the case, they gotta call that interference every time from here on out.
We didn't see Kamara get held like that a lot.
Yeah.
A lot on play actions and stuff because they don't want him going out. Like we didn't see this, but they don't call it. And even right after that, the next play, right after they got that automatic first down, they gave him another one when we stopped them with the unnecessary roughness on
unnecessary roughness.
This tackle and is an unnecessary like, bro, what y'all trying to do
crazy.
Yeah, man.
Like, what y'all trying to do? Like, gift them points? Like, that's crazy.
That's exactly what it was. They extended the drive on third down.
Flag after flag.
After my defense mentally ready to get off this field, we did our job. It's time to get off the field, and look what you do. So them flags killed us, bro. You don't want to make it all about it, but that was
the NFL officiating getting bullshit.
And shout out Buckles, because I kind of been dodging the Saints Bucks talk all this time. Like I ain't been want to talk about it, anything like that. But I did click on the video, and right when I'm clicking on it, he said exactly what I've been saying. These refs needs to be held accountable. They need to be interviewed, suspended, and fined. We need that. Somebody was saying they don't make enough money. Well, make it equal the value to where it makes sense. Where it makes sense. Where it makes sense at.
And
you need to be fined, suspended. Go ahead.
And I said early in the game when they was giving us those bullshit calls, I was like, I don't like it. Because if they call it on us, against us, I'm going to be hot. And then, sure enough, at the second half of the game, they started calling bull. And I'm like, see, they should never they started off bad giving us the bullshit. And then they come back with the bullshit.
Nothing like a penalty in the first, fourth quarter, third quarter. Ain't nothing like that.
The three unnecessary roughness. They had one on Pete Warner last game against Atlanta. Bullshit. The one on Levante David this game on us, and the one on Roby against bullshit.
Them.
All of them was bullshit. All of them. Like, because you're playing a rough game. What you mean unnecessary roughness on a tackle? This is a tackle. Like, I'm tackling him. What you mean unnecessary roughness? You want me to lay him down nicely? Right. Like, what's going on here? 100%. Stop it. Let's go play flag.
It's the whole tackle.
And y'all see what them boys from New Orleans doing the flag league. They be winning that bit. So come on, man.
100%, man. I thought them penalties really, they shaped the game up at the end, man. They hurted us, man, at the wrong time for those, man. So they suck. Any up topics you guys want to hit on? Anything else y'all want to talk about defense or anything from this game?
Hardy just need to get his shit together too. He ain't been giving us nothing. Hardy.
Hey, listen, like Bruce said with Jameis, and I hate to say Hardy it's a contract year. You don't forget the Saints hid Blake Gilligan all year. They stashed him all year. So Rashid Raheem might don't touch the field at all. Nothing. And they right there. So Hardy, you got you. But I ain't gonna lie. When he did take it out, because a lot of them I felt was real questionable. Like regular kick returners, I feel like okay, yeah, let it go. But Hardy, I feel like if it ain't past the damn near on the white,
if it ain't 5 yards deep, past 5 yards deep, take that.
You need to take that. You need to take that. Like I believe in your talents, and you need to show that
ain't good enough.
You could take that because the ones you did take, it looked pretty decent. Got us over the 25, 30-yard line, something like that. And we needed all the field position. The punt returns, you're right. It looked like, I don't know what I'm doing.
He don't look like he that guy.
Explosive. It don't look electrifying explosive.
Yeah.
He used to look like
he had more fire with him.
Yeah.
Look explosive. I know exactly what you're talking about. He looked very dull out there. 100%. I don't know if it's excuse me, the rift between them and the organization or whatever the case is, but young man, CY8, if you know what that means, cover your ass. Do you? If that means you price your way out of New Orleans, it is what it is. We wish you the best. But right now, you got to do you, bro. You got to do you. You know what I'm saying? So come on, Hardy. I know you love your stepdaddy. Might have to Harris. Might have to go back to Harris.
Switch it back. Switch it back now.
Shout out to him, man. I think he's gonna do good though, man. Much love to him. Any other you bros? Well, go ahead, Al. I'm sorry.
No, I was about to say we ready to turn that page on to the kitty cats.
Yep. Yes. So we'll have the preview show for that coming up. Al, you're not gonna be there. If you just give your quick thoughts on it, since you gonna be out. What's your quick thoughts on it, real quick?
Quick thoughts for me right now off the dome. I think we're gonna see a lot more sacks this week. Baker Mayfield hold the ball longer. He don't read the field well. He's a flashy player. He might flash here and now in the game, but they're gonna run a lot of screens and stuff too. That's the type of team they are. Screens, get it out his hand type of team. But I think we see a lot more sacks because the offensive line that is good. It's gonna be on Jameis again. This is a fast defense. This is a real fast up the field type of defense.
Good secondary.
Yep. Good secondary, probably a confident secondary, and they 0-2, so they kind of hungry. They looking for their first win.
Oh, yeah,
so
gonna be on it.
We gotta be real disciplined and come out with confidence in ourselves that we're gonna win this game no matter what it takes. Just like the Atlanta game, we won that game no matter what it took. So we need to come out with that type of play and get after Baker Mayfield. Because once you get after him, he barbecue chicken. He is barbecue chicken. You can rattle him quick.
Fact. All right. Real good shit. We got all us bros. We gonna have the preview show to go ahead and talk about that. Just want to give L the opportunity to share his thoughts and everything else. Anything else on this week, bros, that y'all want to hit, cover, talk about? Oh, good, man. Next week, next show. Much love. Appreciate everybody that's in the building, man. Before y'all leave out, man, please hit that like button, share and subscribe if you haven't. Send it to the group message. Send it through the DMs. Anybody you know that's Saints fans or whatever, Saints fan. And one time before we go, it's getting close, family. Pelicans.
That's what Pelicans. You gonna see my slight little name change up there.
Oh, basketball brew. You hear me? So yeah, we about to get that. It's about to be some good lit NOLA bros in here because we're gonna have Saints and Pelicans. First practice is next October the 1st.
In the words of Crookums, I smell it.
Yeah, you hear me? You hear me?
I smell it. The end is near for a bunch of Western Conference teams.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I smell it.
Shout out to the
right
Pelicans.
Now.
We getting close.
Shout out Billy, don't call me Willie for cutting.
He got his own money.
MVP, man. Shout out to the MVP. Billy, don't call me Willie, man. Shout out to Billy. Man.
Shout out to Billy.
Yeah, man. He won an MVP in the Eurobasket League or whatever.
Yeah,
man.
Billy was going hard.
Shout out to Billy. I love it, man. I'm looking forward to this year even more now. Now they got the third.
Is going hard.
That's our third big man. You hear me?
Yeah.
But y'all whisper through. Shout out to Billy. But man, y'all get y'all seatbelt buckle up because we got some Pelicans coming y'all way pretty soon. So that wraps it up for this episode of NOLA Bros, man. Shout out to all my bros. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We in the building. One time for my bro. Give it up for Insider L. You already. Hey, hold on. I got you.
We back with some juice.
Nah, we definitely back with some juice. Hold on. I got this. Keep the screen on for my dog.
The Bucks finally got their little win. Let them have their little win.
Fuck them, man. We outside. One time for Insider L. Hey. One time. Give it up for all bro. 4-4 in your back. One time for
It's choppy in my ear.
One time for my bro, yo bro. Give it up for basketball.
How Mario P hit that bit? That boy put the fan in that bit.
That bit did that to that bit. That bit Will Smith fell out.
So we be back, y'all. One love. Appreciate y'all. Y'all already know who that, and we like that. Yeah, man.
New Orleans' own chicken and shrimp. Visit any one of our 4 locations. Proud partner of the New Orleans Pelicans.